reason for this gathering, we all are coming from different denominations. Some of us, you have your assignment. Some of us, you are working under an already established church or ministry. Reason for being a mentee or a follower is to listen and ask questions. You know, sometimes it's painful to me when I go to some churches and sit down and hear the message they call the message of salvation. It puts me off. People are not even saved. What we have in our churches are people largely who have turned new leaves. They have turned new leaves. They are not born again. A believer can turn new leaves. An unbeliever can turn new leaves. That somebody stops smoking does not mean that he's not going to hell. And so that's the essence of being a mentee. You'll be able, and I think one of the days, if I'm not, maybe possible, I don't know, after my crusade, in a meeting like this, I'm going to call 5-6 persons, give you 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and give us a rundown on a topic. Let's see where you are, so that we will not be speaking here and you go in there and telling us what God has told you to preach. We should know your doctrine and know whether you are ready to change. If not, no. Like I told somebody, met me some years ago, and he saw me. He was practicing on a practice. Go to the market, go and buy soap. We have favor soap. Then we have the one that deals with bewitchment. All kinds of soap. And they go to the market because he saw people he was associating with, pastors who were also practicing it. And so they were doing so. So one day he was in one of my crusades and saw where I say somebody who have cancer, just say ha ha ha. Fibroid, cancer, tap your tummy, this and that. He said right before him, he saw every case I mentioned standing before me on instant testimony. He said, no, this one is not. He didn't tell them to buy any soap. They didn't buy any, they didn't go to any store. So he came to me and said, sir, I want to be open to you. Look at what we do. But I heard you preach. Your message was so simple. The miracles were so instant. So I decided to come around and align myself. He told me where he has gone to in search of fatherhood and mentorship. He said, but even though I know that man I've been following, but he said, once I saw you, I knew I had been searching for something and I found it. Then he opened and told me what they were doing. I said, no, this is not New Testament. This is not New Testament. Because Jesus asked us to go and represent what he did for us. Because if we are left alone, we are going to bypass what Jesus did, and we have so many carryovers of witchcraft operations and what they are doing, as long as we do them in the name of God and we get results. And he came to me, I told him, I said, stop this. He started growing in the word of grace and faith. And today, one, he disconnected himself from people who have derailed the thoughts, who refuse to change. And today he's a New Testament man. Not only that, the other day he came to me, he said, sir, signs, miracles now are following. He said, I can see results in my ministry. I'm no longer using any other gimmick. Am I communicating? So if you are connected to Eagles and Network, Eagles and Lions, that's an Eagles Network, you have submitted yourself to be trained. So it is my right, based on the real knowledge, to confront your belief system and change it. That was what Paul says when Paul says we cast down imaginations. Because the real warfare in Christianity is the one we do standing on our feet, not the one we do kneeling down. That's the real warfare. Confronting old pattern of belief that has framed us. That's the real warfare. If you think it is easy, confront those who have been here before you. They have to explain the Bible to you in the light of their experiences, not explaining the experience in the light of the Bible. It's not easy, and that's the real warfare. D.L. Osborne said something. He says the real warfare is done standing, it's not done on our knees. That's the real warfare. Am I communicating? That's the real warfare. And so how do you convince somebody who has believed something that is wrong as the truth for years and is fighting for God using the wrong ammunition and is ready to die. No, Paul only understood what it means to fight for God, killing people, even when you were wrong. Because Paul was killing the disciples, not in the name of Satan, but in the name of... Oh, you think he was killing them? He killed Stephen in the name of God. He was killing Stephen for God. Because Stephen was a heretic and so must be killed. He also received license, authority to go to anywhere the apostles, believers were scattered. Say, go and fetch them out, kill them. And he went out for God, killing Peter. He was looking for Peter and the apostle to kill them. For who? Because of what he believed. So they must die. Why are they to blaspheme against God? So it's possible to be serious for God and yet you are fighting against God. That's the essence of this. So allow us to affect your thoughts. That's why we need to put your gift of prophecy in order.